Time now to get our weekly dose of one Kyle Brandt from Good Morning Football. And I believe it was Kyle, I want to say it was about 3 weeks ago, maybe 4, when the red warning flag was sent up, like a Baywatch lifeguard. He threw up the flag for stormy seas,
listened.
a dangerous riptide, because the Colts were coming to town, and looky what happened.
Hey, Kyle.
Hey, nice cheery atmosphere in Western New York this morning. Glad to be part of your fun show, guys.
It's fantabulous.
Yeah,
Glad to have you with us.
Today,
Way to raise the temperature in the room here.
Appreciate you.
Listen, we were right. Listen, we were talking about this Colts game for a month, and we said, be careful. This Colts team doesn't care. They're tough. They know who they are. They're finding their identity, and we know Coach Reich is going to do what he does. Here's my bottom line on that game, and I'm not exaggerating. I honestly think that if the Colts had not thrown a single forward pass, I think they win that game. I think they could have come out and run on every single play, first down, second down, third down, and I still think they win the game comfortably. I don't know if you guys saw the nugget that Peter King went with in the middle of the game. After they blew it on a play action pass, Frank said, we're not doing it anymore. Every first and second down for the rest of the game, I'm going to run no matter what. And on the next 18 first or second down, 17 of them were runs. And it was just a no contest. And listen, we were sitting here last week joking about maybe the Bills could break the record for all-time players with interception. And I think, I'll admit, I'll speak for myself. We were still kind of drunk on the promise of the 2021 season, and the loss to Jacksonville will figure itself out, and the loss to Tennessee, never mind. And we're still on a rocket to the moon, and they're going to win the Super Bowl. This was an unbelievably sobering, emphatic defeat on the home field. If you're looking for silver linings, it's that there's still a lot of time left, and that it did not happen in week 17 or week 16. And now we can still have some kind of come to Jesus or toughen up players only meeting or something. But I don't think the Colts would have had to throw a single pass to win this game.
Yeah, you're right. And I think there's no question, too, that a lot of teams and even Bills fans are saying now, really, it's pretty obvious what you're going to have to do to beat the Buffalo Bills, and that's just out-physical them at the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
You push them around, run the football. If you can do it physically, they're going to struggle. And at least you're going to get the Bills to try and beat you left-handed playing physical on the line of scrimmage. This game, offensively, the Bills had 3 possessions in the first half. They had I think they had a punt. They got a touchdown to go 14-7. And then the next time the offense took the field, it was 24-7. And it was a 2-minute drill just before halftime. They ended up missing a field goal. So it was a rough first half, and the Bills never recovered from it. And I know this too. You got 2 guys missing from the middle of your defense, and Tremaine Edmonds and Starlo Tulele. You got 22 offensive linemen that are really your toughest offensive linemen out there in Feliciano and Spencer Brown. They're out of the lineup. I get all of that. But at least, even if you spin it as positive as you want, the team's depth is not as good as they thought it was. It isn't as deep and talented as they thought it was. They really need all their guys, and they got to be playing well to beat teams, particularly teams with a chip on their shoulder like the Colts had against the Bills.
Steve, when you list the injuries and you say, I get all that, that's the sentiment I identify with. Because let me just speak to the Bills fans. Don't play the injury card. That is not a good look. This time of year, that is the lament of the losers to say, yeah, but we're this guy and we're banged up. Everybody is. I don't even have to indulge you with the details of who's missing what player. You're missing some linemen. It's tackle football. It's almost December. Don't go around tweeting and talking about, yeah, but we need this guy. I don't care if you would have had 5 Anthony Munozes in front of you and 5 Warren Sapps on the defensive line. You were losing that game. So I don't want to hear about the injuries. The other thing is, last Friday in Good Morning Football, I talked about some of the things we've talked about, look, I think there are 2 things that keep Bills fans up at night. 1, we don't really have a running game, and 2, we can't stop the run. I said that, and I got crushed by Bills fans about, don't you know we're such and such ranked against the run and such ranked against on defense? I don't care about statistics and rankings. I don't care what you did against the Dolphins or the Jets or the Jaguars. I saw Derrick Henry destroy you, and I've seen Jonathan Taylor destroy you. So the first step in solving a problem is admitting that you have one. The top end running backs, as we've talked about for a while, have out-physicaled this team. Do they have the manpower? Do they have the power at all to do anything? Do they have the horses? Is it going to be a matter of McDermott just flipping a few tables and screaming at them? Or maybe they just don't have them, and eventually in this playoff team, someone's going to run right over them. I hope not. But like I said, Brownie, there's still time. We're not playing the playoffs tomorrow. There's time.
There is time, but what is working against them is a 5-4 conference record. They've only got 3 conference games left to improve that to 8-4 at best. And 2 of those games are against New England. You don't win the division. I don't think you want to put yourself in the crazy wild card soup that currently exists, because I don't think you're winning many tiebreakers there.
I know. And I was trying to think, all right, so I don't want to just be super negative and be usually in times like this, when the going gets tough, what you do is to make yourself feel better, you peek at the schedule and you say, maybe we got some cupcakes. Look, they've already played their cupcakes. They have plenty of cupcakes. If you haven't done it, Bills fans, don't look. It's not going to make you feel better. Don't look, because I don't care what the Saints got going on at the Superdome. Their old buddy Brady, the Patriots twice. It's like there will be no help from the schedule gods. That schedule hooked you up nice and fat in the month of November, and you blew it with the Jags, but you already got your treats from them. There will be no reprieve that comes from, oh, thank God we have this crap team. No. Like this, you're going to have to earn this thing. And look, as I continue to throw out my lumbar, bending over backwards to look for silver linings, I keep coming back to this. Last year, I remember very vividly the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady looking lost at Soldier Field and losing to the Nick Foles Bears. They didn't even know what down it was. Then we're like, this Bucs team's going nowhere. They look terrible in November. Poof, hit the bye, never lost again. Now the Bills already used their bye. So like it's really heavy lifting to say things are going to get better, especially with we can't just have Josh Allen do the magic trick and throw for 5 touchdowns, because that's not working either.
Yeah, I mean, you think that this short week they get to turn it around and focus on a Saints team that you're probably going to get a healthy dose of. I was saying this, Taysom Hill. If I'm Sean Payton, I'm thinking, listen, look at the Bills against these Colts. Let's just have Taysom Hill line up at quarterback and tuck it under his arm and let's go. Let's see him run right at him, and we'll see if they can hold up. If Alvin Kamara is there or not there, if he's there, oh my gosh, that opens up like 9,000 different possibilities in their run game and passing game, short passing. I mean, the guy's a difference maker. But and I've said this, I'm like you. I spin everything positive. Always. But I'm running out. I mean, you're running out of ways to spin it, because this is a game. Now, if they come out of this and if they're still injured and all that, and they're still waiting on the COVID list with Starr and Spencer, okay, all right. But they're under the lights. We've always thought Josh he lights it up when the big lights are on. They got a short week against a team that, like you've said, Jameis Winston's out.
Half their
roster's nicked up. They're going down there on a Thanksgiving night. They had a great game a couple of years ago, and they're going to be in perfect conditions for the first time. And there's no rain, no wind, none of that stuff, and they're getting healthier, not more hurt. If they don't at least put up a really good showing down there, I don't know how you spin that positive. Because
they got to win this game. Like this, it's not only just for the win and the obvious, the math of it all. Like, they're going to be trash canned if they lose this game on national television. If they lose to whatever combination of Trevor Siemian, Taysom Hill, and like, let's not forget either, Steve, like the Kamara thing, like they will just run Mark Ingram at him. Mark Ingram could care less. He's seen everybody. He's tough as hell as the Saints' all-time leading rusher, and he's the north-south guy that the Bills haven't been able to handle. So this is a massive, massive game, and not the sense that we thought it would be. Not the sense of like they're going to come to a pinnacle and it's going to be Bills holiday and Thanksgiving and we're going to do the turkey leg again. This is like a survival mode. Like this is, we got to have this. We got to fight and claw. And I really, listen, I made a point of saying this yesterday on our show. I'm not jumping ship. I'm not saying it's over. It's just too many good players across the board, too many good coaches. Like they can figure this out. My concern is just that, all right, well, we are focused and locked in and we're not nervous and we're not giving up. We just don't have the damn players for some reason. We can't stop anything up the middle unless it's against some patsy who doesn't know how to run the ball. So we're going to find out really soon. I'm not giving up. I want to make sure I put that out there. Like there's so many teams right now in this season as it is, Brownie, especially like they're just no one can decide who's good or great, especially in the AFC. I'm still riding with the Bills. I really am. But I'm disappointed and I'm pissed off and I'm a little bit nervous right now.
It might be too that the Bills have not shown their ability to be front runners. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That when they were, they come in all of a sudden
success.
They can't handle the success. Yeah. They kind of take their foot off the gas. They show up like they did in Jacksonville. They show up like they did against the Colts team. And even on opening day when the expectations were so high and they give up a block punt to Pittsburgh and it's like if they don't win this game, listen, if they don't win this,
first world problems.
Yeah,
we're going to be a winning franchise every single year. We want to be winning. We're not going to be. All the things we talked about last year. Enough about the lovable losers. Enough about the feel-good story. That's all over. You get to a title game and you bring your players back. You can't rely on that corny storyline of nobody believes in us. People do believe in you. Right. And if you can't handle that, then that goes on McDermott. And I got to say, they scored the touchdown early on, and Diggs and Knox do the tomfoolery with the camera. I'm like, I kind of cringed. I was like, I don't know, guys, if this is that atmosphere. And I know it was electric, and Bills fans are going crazy, but like, this team is punching you in the face right now. They come down on the first drive, do whatever they want. Like, there is something to that. There's still some really young core players on this team. And as much as we love McDermott, he's never been a head coach for a front runner like this. Like, I don't know if he's having to adjust on the fly too, but I think there's something there.
Unfortunately, though, if they don't win this game in New Orleans, they're not going to be front runners anymore. They're going to, but it might be too late by then.
Yeah,
I know. It's tough.
Moving on, Kyle. First of all, programming note for you: you may want to keep an eye on the Colts Hard Knocks program because one Stephen A. Tasker might be making an appearance.
Nice.
After dining with Frank Reich the Saturday before the game, along with Bruce Smith and some other former Bills, sitting around a dinner table. So keep an eye out for that.
All right, I want to know the order, Steve. What kind of sides are we getting? Is Frank Reich carb loading before the game? Like, give me some details.
He called the restaurant. It was an Italian restaurant. We all had spaghetti parm. So yeah, he was carb loading. Yeah.
You guys go to a nice Sbarro or something classy like
that? we had a bottle. No, we had a little. Yeah, that's funny.
Oh my God!
Bruce Smith was there. He brought a bottle of Camus, so that kind of lightened things up. Yeah, it was nice.
Oh, God bless Bruce.
Speaking of sides, Kyle, in the interest of Thanksgiving week, I propose to you what we call the Noah's Ark Thanksgiving. Okay.
Okay.
Turkey is on board. But you are limited to just a pair of sides to bring with you. Just two. We're not really counting dessert in the equation here. We're strictly sticking to dinner to try to not make it too difficult for you. What are you bringing?
Well, honestly, Brownie, to keep up the Noah's Ark theme, I'm going to rock the boat. Can I just kick the turkey off the plate? Is there a more useless, overrated thing than turkey? It takes 57 hours to cook. You mess it up a million different ways. You got to baste and stuff.
So are you going spiral ham?
I'll go spiral ham all day long.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell those pilgrims were eating. Give me a honey baked, and I'm going to be so much happier. But to answer your question, I'll go spiral ham with a little honey glaze. Now, turkey's terrible. I want to go with last year for the very first time. In fact, you guys helped inspire it. I made a buffalo chicken dip. That was fantastic. And it had a little bacon on it. It had a blue cheese crumble. And I brought it to a little get together and people were licking the platter and they're already ordering it for this year. They're saying, if you got to come to our house, we're not letting you in without the buffalo chicken dip. So here's what I'm saying. Spiral ham.
I like it.
Double serving buffalo chicken dip. And that's all I need. That's my
Wow.
There you go. That's good. Yeah.
The ham is a strong call. You know what? I got to respect that because
I'm all about
it. Okay. Turkey's fine. You want to know why? You want to know why I'm on Kyle's train here is because I don't have anybody in my family that likes ham. I am in the stark minority. Like
so
people,
raised by wolves?
I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on. But I'm like, where's the ham? They're like, we don't do ham.
Ham is awesome.
Ham is awesome.
You cannot beat pig.
No, you can't.
It's so salty. It's so hammy.
Oh, my God.
I'm totally with you, Kyle. Totally with you.
It's outstanding. I mean, you can even throw a little spicy brown mustard on there. It's even better.
It's literally baked in honey. I mean, how do you beat that?
Right? That's outstanding.
You win.
Kyle, thanks as always. You want to give us a quick score on Thanksgiving primetime game?
we're talking about the Buff. Wait, Brownie, is this one the third game? This is the third of the three?
Third of the three.
All right, so this is when this is the unloosen the belt, change into the
this is the
sweatpants
tryptophan
game.
coma.
Oh yeah, tryptophan, the bourbon, whiskey. I think this is going to be an ugly game. I think Sean Payton is coaching his life off, and normally I give you guys some robust 46-10 final score. This is a really tight one. Buffalo 17, New Orleans 16. Really close.
All right.
Yes,
great.
we got it done. It's all that matters.
Love it.
We're all going to have agita for the rest of the night. That's going to be great. All right, Kyle. Thanks as always. We
Kyle.
appreciate it. We'll catch
Appreciate
up with
it,
you
man.
next week. Enjoy your holiday.
Always fun to ham it up with you guys. See you
There
next
we
week.
go.
Happy Thanksgiving.
He is a
That's
ham.
yeah, okay. That was too easy for him.
Yeah, that was a layup.
It's a good one though.